So we've talked a little bit about job adverts and role descriptions. So what comes after that?
Yeah, I think this is where everybody watching this video will have a slightly different process here.
Hmm.
So for some people, the hiring manager themselves might shortlist. For some people, shortlisting might be done by an internal team or an external recruiter. But our sort of suggestion at the Clear Company is you've got to have criteria that you use for that shortlisting. And you should check that that criteria does not have adverse impact on particular underrepresented groups. But what it should do, is check, do the people that we've got in front of us have experience of the tasks, the skills? And it doesn't need to be the same in the industry, but it needs to be there's evidence on this CV, on this cover letter, that the 5 things that we've said this job is about, they've done, or they can show that. And then in the interview, we'll talk in more depth about it. So it becomes a fairly simple filtering system. If I can identify 5 things, maybe, up to 10, but I would definitely say no more than 10. But if I can identify these 5 things that they need to have done for it to be worth me, spending the hour interviewing them, then actually I can look through that CV and I can look through that cover letter just looking for those key things rather than reading the entire CV and being biased by, oh, wow, they went to that school. Oh, wow. I wonder if they know this friend of mine, or, oh, I noticed that they like, they like the same sport as me and they also like this thing I do. Or the alternative, they seem like a great candidate, but it's a bit weird that they like that and that they do that. And, why were they working there? That's not a very good company to have worked for. So it's actually removing some of the bias from the process by that laser focus on experience of. It doesn't really matter where you got that experience, but you could step in and you could start doing the tasks of this role.